I just want to
Talk about
I'm gonna wait, Fisher,
for
real
you to
quick.
be identical. Oh, go ahead.
To clarify, to see his commitments, right? Truth. Are you and Diddy like relative under relative identity? I just want to know.
Are we relative under relative identity?
Yeah, like you and Diddy share the same property, right?
Yes.
Surely.
Oh no.
So the statement "truth is Diddy" relatively isn't false.
The
Like you would
statement
concede
that
that statement.
Hyde
Wait,
is Diddy
sorry, I wasn't
is
asking about
true.
the statement "Hyde is." I was asking about the
Mm.
statement "truth is Diddy" under relative identity. I
Yeah,
just
but I'm
want to know
saying
if
I
you
can make
affirm
an
that
analogy in
proposition.
order to lead to better
Listen, just
understanding of the
stop
concept.
dodging and stop pivoting away and running
I
away
can
and gallivanting away from the conversation.
I can
I
just
just want to
use
know if you grant this proposition, and each time I ask if you grant this proposition, you continuously run away. So, do you grant the proposition that truth is Diddy relatively under, that we still man the framework of relative identity for this hypothetical?
I think one you'll understand better is that I can grant the proposition that Hyde is Diddy under the
Listen,
relative
I don't
framework.
care about that proposition because I'm asking if you agree with the proposition I'm laying out.
I mean, what is
And
the
listen, the
difference? I'm
reason why
using it
you
as an
don't want to
analogy. Wait,
admit
wait,
that you grant
Hyde.
the proposition I'm laying out
Yeah.
is because
So truth is Diddy.
it makes you so very bad in the conversation.
Wait. I just know you're gonna try to
Very
do
bad.
some
Truth,
weird
I've lost
semantical
respect for you,
trap.
right? I've seen you go up and debate before, and I thought you would have run very good in this conversation. I thought you would have looked like a philosophical master in this conversation, but it appears you're a loss in the dialectical
Yeah,
sauce.
bro. I'm just
Pragmatically
asking.
progressing
No.
this conversation
All
with
I'm
each
asking is
and every
that.
cohesive, concise, clear word I speak.
Anyways, so all I'm asking for is why doesn't my analogy suffice to explain the concept? I just gave you an analogy in which I thought you would understand better
Yes, sir, I
because you
never
are the
affirmed that
reference.
proposition. I was just saying I don't care for that because
No, but
I'm
I'm saying
asking
you
you
should
to
care because
affirm
it
and
conveys the same
wait, to be
concept
clear, I'm
as.
asking you to
Oh
affirm an
damn.
entirely different proposition.
Damn.
No,
This
but I'm
shit getting
saying that
intense.
I'm giving you an
Listen, I
analogy,
don't
right, with the
care. I just
commentary,
need
so
the
you can
answer to the
still. Wait,
proposition
why
that
do you need
truth
that?
is
Wait,
Diddy, relatively speaking.
Why do you? All
Do
right,
you
truth is
affirm that I'm
LeBron. All
not
right,
going to
no.
entertain a
All right,
dodge?
truth
So,
is
since we're not
LeBron James,
entertaining dodges,
relatively
can you
speaking.
please
Truth
answer the
is
question?
LeBron James, relatively speaking. Yes, I affirm that proposition.
Yeah, sorry. I never asked if you affirm that proposition, so you're very confused. But look, do you affirm the proposition truth is Diddy under relative
What
identity?
is the
Yes or no?
relevance of this proposition if I can convey it to you better?
Wait, first off, I never made a claim about some relevance. I just want to know if you affirm a proposition
Oh, then
under
I'm not
relative
answering a
identity.
question like that.
So,
What?
okay, so you admit you're not going to answer whether or not you grant the proposition. And listen, the reason why you don't want to answer whether or not you grant the proposition is because you know either way it's going to make you look fucking silly because you have a non-robust understanding of the concept. And listen, Troop, I'm going to answer no, it wouldn't be under the case because listen, relative identity isn't just about sharing properties. It's about sharing some subset of properties, retard. So I've systematically educated you on your own theory of identity, which you don't read about.
Bro, wait. So you're saying that it's about sharing a subset of properties.
And listen, now he wants to learn from me because I'm
No,
so
no
good
one's
faith
trying
and
to really
philosophically
get
robust.
any learning from you. Just provide the
I
source.
mean, you kind of did just now,
No, I just asked for clarification upon what he was saying, official. Please shut your trash ass up, please.
bro. That's directly.
Official
That-
would put
that doesn't
the
mean
hands
that you're
on you, like, I'm not
learning.
gonna
Wait,
lie
that you
to you.
just conceded to what I said.
No, what? All right, we can get into that. So how's that a concession?
Okay, sure. Okay, so gaining
Wait,
clarification. is gaining
official. Well, I
understanding.
want to tell Cart by
right?
something since he's genuinely trying to learn about relative
Okay.
identity.
See, his
just
claim is
don't
that I'm
click
trying to learn
whenever
about
you're
relative
reading
identity,
about
not
relative
that he taught
identity.
me in general.
Wait,
So the
I want
claim
to be clear
or
on
the
something.
argument in which you
I
were
want
gonna
to help
make
someone
official
out.
won't even
I
go
want to
through.
maximize utility, so just stop being bad.
Go
for
ahead,
the
little
truth.
man. Wait, why
Car
is
advice, right?
utilitarianism right?
Whenever you're reading about relative identity,
Oh, just dodge.
don't read about like any post that mentions the Trinity, because everyone in that community, whether they're Trinitarian, Muslim, or atheist, when they invoke a term about relative identity, they generally don't know what they're talking about. Just stick to like
So is
things
this
on
like
pill
is
pages.
this religious or is this like just
It's philosophical, but it gets invoked in philosophy of religion because that has to do more so with meta-ontology.
All right, yo,
And
official.
meta-ontology is just the study of what exists.
So tell me what image I should look at in order to look at.
You should probably okay. So you should go on the SCP, Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. That's really good. And
Oh
you
my
can go on, and you can go on the IEP, the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy.
Or you can.
Yeah,
go
bro,
to
just
the
read that
YouTube
whole
channel.
paper, bro.
And then you can, and then if you really want to read on it, if you pick up an interest on this topic, you can go on Fill Papers, go to Advanced Search, and click on are all articles with the word, and then just type in relative identity.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah. You're looking
I
at a
see your
paper
screen.
on it.
This website would be a good website to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get good.
Mr.
Don't
Official,
yeah,
bro.
like,
Yeah, don't
like,
dodge me. We can talk about the
enter-
concession now.
And for encyclopedia, literally, like, even PhDs recommend it.
Yo.
So what is this? What is this all about?
Those are basically variables, and it's setting out the two variables as like particulars, meaning distinct things that exist, and then going over like properties they share.
Yeah, it'll explain it. So, like, it says at the bottom where formula and X,
Yeah.
like formula
Okay,
Y.
this is something I've never heard of before. So what is
Yeah.
this all about? Like, if you could describe this.
Just
all in-
really
so,
reality.
so boiling it down, most people would think about identity, like properties, as like, listen, if you share all the same attributes as something, then you are that like specific object. Like, I don't know, let's say my only property is like I wear sunglasses, and there's this other particular which only wears objects. I guess in an absolute identity sense, they would say they're the same. They're like the same object. But relative identity means like, okay, well, if you share the same subset, which means all like subsets, which like all the objects of a particular set, then you two things are relatively identical, but you two things aren't absolutely identical. So that's why A can be B. It basically goes into a lot of mathematical stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I'd suggest.
Anyway, so
Alright.
lay out wait. Just lay out a proposition you're willing to defend against official.
The proposition which I'm willing to defend is just the idea that I didn't concede in, I guess, context to the idea.
Listen, we don't need a
that I
meta
conceded.
proposition. I want a good faith, pragmatic conversation.
Yeah, okay,
on a
so what
linear
I said you
proposition
concede.
just
What I
defend the
said is
lecture.
that you directly conceded when you said that you weren't gaining more understanding through gaining more clarification. So like when Hyde said, "Oh yeah, I just taught you something," right? He was the one who literally expressed it to you, declared it. Then you said, "Oh well, I was just gaining clarification." I'm like, well, that's the same thing as him teaching you about this thing analytically. So
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
as
yeah.
Well, listen.
So wait,
Drew,
so the
is there
issue
any-
here, wait, because why are you? All right, so I had to mute
Hyde.
Hyde. Yeah. All right, so like the whole idea that I'm talking about, official, is just that he said he taught me kind of pertaining to this idea of relative identity. Not that he taught me, I guess, to better understand what he was saying. I asked for clarification upon what he was saying because I didn't understand how he was conveying the idea of relative identity. But that doesn't entail me learning
now you
anything
just said
to
it.
relative identity.
No. Any time where he expresses an idea about a particular concept which you lacked understanding on and then gained understanding of it, that is that person directly teaching you.
No, but there's no idea that you can say or evidence you can provide to prove that I didn't know about the concept. You can just say that he didn't provide. No, official. Wait, all right, just let me talk. So official, I didn't admit to that. All I did was admit to the fact that I think he didn't convey it properly, right? So I asked for deeper understanding.
Okay. So when you said at a point you didn't understand what he was saying, right? Now you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he taught you it.
He taught me what he was saying, not that he taught me about relative identity through what he is saying.
If what he's saying is about your specific understanding of the concept, and through specifically expressing different ideas about the concept, and you learning from it, that is directly what teaching is. So he did teach you.
No, the issue here is that I'm just rejecting the idea. You could never prove that I actually didn't know this thing before and knew it after. All you're saying is that no. Hyde. The whole proposition, the initial proposition that you were trying to wait, official. So the initial proposition in which you were trying to posit is just this idea that I did learn something about relative identity, right? And I'm saying, well, I didn't learn anything about relative identity. I just learned something.
The conditional of the material implication of the proposition. What are you talking about?
No, what conditional did I grant?
You did. You literally just conceded. You conceded to me twice. And then
all right. So no. Hyde, put together the Hyde, put together the conditional. Put the conditional together.
Wait. I just want to be clear, right? I just want to make sure we understand the semantics, which I'm invoking in my statement. You understand what a material implication is, right?
Explain it, boss.
A material implication is just if P then Q.
Okay, and then what is the hypothetical, or give me the conditional in which I conceded upon, so I fill it in.
If the analyticity of teaching follows for the situation, then the situation is teaching, and then you modus ponens it from there.
Yeah.
All right, so my issue would just be that the proposition in which he's originally defending isn't that you didn't teach me in general, because I agree that you taught me how to better understand your unconcise, semantics, right? And then I grant that, right? But the whole idea in which I'm rejecting is that you taught me anything in terms of the concept of relative identity. All you did is say, oh, well, this is what I really meant. That doesn't mean... No, it's not. Oh, my God, you are retarded, official. He gave me better understanding of his... of his inconcise semantics in which he laid out. He didn't teach me anything about the concept, you retard.
No, he did, because this other concept, you literally said that you learned from him explaining the specific claims that they make. So you inherently gain more knowledge, so you were taught. Like, it's pretty simple. It's really just, it's pretty simple. Like, I don't really see why you're so confused on it,
bro.
And then you were confused.
All right, so do you know what intention and extension is, bro?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Do you understand what it is?
Bro, do you need me to explain it to you, bro?
I don't think you understand it. Otherwise, you understand.
Oh, all right. Then explain it. Explain it as you're using it, man.
Explain. Well, I didn't say intention and extension.
No, but you just said that you understand it.
Yeah, I said I understand it, and I asked if you understood it. Because I said if you did, then I think you would understand that you were just taught.
No, that's not.
Okay, so was it the case that Hyde just had the intention of increasing your understanding, or did he express something that increased your understanding, or your knowledge, understanding? We can use those anonymously in this context.
That my knowledge, understanding, or that he increased my understanding? He increased my understanding of what he's saying, not the concept.
Okay, so that cannot be the case, because what he's saying is one-to-one with the specific concept.
All right, so like, Hero, what I'll give it. No, official. What it is like, I'll say, I could be describing an apple, right? The apple is the concept in which I'm describing, and I'm like, oh, it's huge, and it's red, and you might think I'm referring to a big ass target ball, right? So you ask me for clarification on it, and then I go, well, it's a fruit, you can eat it, it's red. Blah, 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 all these things that actually describe the apple, right? That doesn't mean that you taught me, right, the concept of the apple. It just means that you gave me a better understanding. It just means, wait, just be quiet. It just means you gave me a better understanding of what you were actually saying. You didn't teach me the concept. My goodness.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. Yeah, it definitely did.
Oh, yeah. Like, what? You're so stupid, official. My goodness.
He definitely taught you the concept in that example. Like,
okay, and how can you prove that, bro?
But wait, I want to be clear. I want to have
like,
proof again.
Wait,
your whole no. Hyde, his whole position is predicated upon the fact that you can't.
I just genuinely need to teach him something about like these very niche topics. Listen, don't take what you find on the internet or what other people say about this niche topic to be true. Like, actually read the literature on it. Because many people make that mistake in relative identity, okay? So please just go to Phil Papers and search up relative identity truth. Please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and you're not even making sense. Even in your own analogy, you just kind of conceded again.
No, I didn't. No,
it's okay, bro. You could go back to Hyde King. I'm pretty sure Hyde knows you conceded, and that's fine. So.
Oh my goodness. Bro, the whole concept, the official, was just predicated upon the fact that, or your position is just predicated upon the fact that you cannot know something and then not understand someone's terrible description of that thing. Like, that's just intuitively retarded. You're a modus moron.
I don't reject the idea that you can lack understanding of like an explanation. That's why there's qualitative explanations and unqualitative explanations. But in the scenario, I definitely did prove like what I was saying, and specifically what I objected to you saying. No, we could just agree to disagree. Like, I'm not going to go circular upon it. I'm not those type of people to just sit there and argue. So that's why I was saying you can continue with him. So.